Hi, happy March. March is the month where we celebrate St. Patrick's Day and also the first day of spring. And in order to celebrate these 2 days and or really spring, what I'd like to do from the Pine Bluffs Branch Library of the Laramie County Library System is show you how to plant or give you some hints really on how to plant a bulb for shamrocks. Now, as we get started, there's going to be some items that you're going to need, and these are items that you might have at home, and or you can certainly stop by the Pine Bluffs Branch Library, and we have all of these items available for you to pick up. So let's get started. And so the items that you're going to need will be first a pot, and you'll need a pot that has drain holes. And the reason we need drain holes is so when you water your plant, that the water will drain through and it won't sit at the bottom of your pot and cause what we call root rot, because root rot leads to an unhealthy plant. You will also need a tray, and I just use a bowl that I have from home. But in the packets that you'll pick up, there we do provide a tray for you. Some people like just to use a plate. You will also need some well-drained soil. And so this is something that you might have at home, or you can use just some soil that you might have from outside. If you use some of the soil from outside, you may want to add a little bit of food or fertilizer to it. Now, the well-drained soil that I have provided or that you can pick up also has what we call mycorrhizals in it. And what that is, there's these little white bulbs in the soil that when you water your plant, it also holds in, the moisture and also has some fertilizer in it. And you'll also need a little bit of water, and I just put mine in a small pitcher. You won't need very much. And then I also find very useful to use a box. And so this aids in the cleanup process. And so as I'm making a mess with the soil, instead of spilling it on my surface, those types of things, it goes into the box, and then I can just take the whole box and throw it away, or at least dump out the soil outside. And then also some extra items that you might have around the house will be items that we'll use or that you can use to decorate your pot so that you can make it a little bit more pleasing to the eye. And a few items that I have around the library that I'm going to use will be like a straw. And then I have some stickers, and so I'll be using these stickers as well. And then I also have a foil that I can put my plant in also. You can make one of these with foil at home, and or we've provided them in the packet as well. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how to plant. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your pot and you're going to take the soil and you're going to fill your pot, about 3/4 full. Again, you can see where the dirt was coming out of my holes. And so again, it was a good thing that I had my box underneath. Okay. And so let's see, and I'm just going to push the soil down a little bit. I don't want to make it compact, but I do want to push it down a little bit. And so you can see it's about 3/4 full. Then I'm going to take my bulb and I'm going to put my bulb right there in the center. And you can just set it on top of the soil. Then I'm going to take 1 to 2 inches, or just enough to fill up the rest of the pot. And I'll put more soil in to do that. And again, I'm just going to pat it down a little bit. You don't want to compact it, but you do want to push it down just a bit. Then I'm going to take my tray. I'm going to place my pot in the tray. And then I'm just going to take and drop just a little bit of water in there so that the bulb gets a little bit moist so it can start growing. And so as we talk about growing, what you want to do is take this pot and you're going to place it in a bright place in your house. And then that way it will have the sunshine and the brightness to start growing. And you'll be able to see how it responds to the light. And during the time when you're wanting it to grow, you're also going to need to water. And so when you water, I would just water about a half a cup. That should be plenty, and just once a week. And so what can you expect? Well, probably it'll take 3 to 4 weeks before you start seeing some foliage come out. But once that happens, then it should grow pretty fast. And the foliage, some of them are going to be green and some of them are going to have kind of a purplish tinge depending on which bulb you got. And if you're planting your own bulb, such as a tulip, you'll need to look on the instructions and it'll give you an idea of how long you will need to wait before you're going to see something. Then in about 10 weeks, in addition to the foliage on your plant is going to produce some white, dainty flowers. And those flowers will actually keep blooming as your plant stays alive. And so hopefully in 10 weeks, this is the plant that you're going to have. And you can see it's very bright and cheery. And as you look through here, maybe you'll find a 4-leaf clover, or basically a 4-leaf leaf. And what does that mean? Good luck. Okay. So now let's talk about maybe decorating your pot a little bit to give it a little bit more pleasing eye. So I'm going to take the straw that I found around the library, and I've got some stickers, and they're stickers that are just some flowers that are purple. And I'm going to take this first flower and I'm going to adhere it to the top of my straw. And then I have a second one that looks just like it. So I'm going to take it and place it right on the opposite side of that straw. And so now I can stick this in my pot to add a little bit of fun. And I'm going to actually put it in the corner because I certainly don't want to interfere with my bulb. Then a couple of other ideas would be, if you have some other stickers, you could take these stickers and actually just stick them right on the pot. And that makes it kind of fun. Let's see, I think I have another. I think this one is a snapdragon, not a snapdragon, a dragonfly. And so let me peel off the back of it. And I'm going to place it then on the opposite side of my other sticker. So you can see as it's sitting in the tray, then it adds something fun to look at. Another thought is a foil. Now you can make these foils at home, and or if you pick up the packet from the library, then this is also provided in there. And so what we're going to do is take my tray and my pot, and I'm just going to place it in the center of my foil. And then that adds a lot of fun color. Then I also can put stickers on this foil as well. So you can see I have a ladybug. And on this side, I have a butterfly. And so then that's a little bit more attractive sitting in the window or wherever you choose to grow your plant. So happy planting and happy growing. And certainly if you have any questions, you can call me at the Pine Bluffs Branch Library. And then in addition to this activity for the month of March, we're going to have March Madness the week of March 23rd, and it's going to be geared around emojis. And so be sure to check out our emoji activity at the end of the month. Have a great spring. Thanks.